Hey, hi there, I'm Catherine from ITWeb, and today we're going to be looking at the Vodafone 555 or 555 or 555 Blue. And it's the new Facebook phone which they're introducing to the market. It's aimed at the emerging market, and it's going for 749 Rand prepaid or 99 Rand per month on contract. So from the outset, we must acknowledge that this is not a smartphone. It's no BlackBerry or iPhone. It's simply a feature phone aimed at the emerging market and the rapidly growing number of people who want quick and easy Facebook access. So if we look inside the box, we get a phone, obviously, as well as earphones and a charger and a little manual. Notably, what's missing inside the box is a micro SD card, as well as a data transfer cable. So with no memory card, the phone only has 40 megabytes worth of internal storage. This can be increased 16 gigs if you add a micro SD card, but that's going to be at your own expense. In terms of connectivity, the phone supports GPRS, Edge, and Bluetooth. So you're not exactly going to be conducting serious online research on this, but it does have Opera Mini, which offers pretty fast searching of Mobi sites and will give you access to your emails and, most importantly, Facebook. The casing of the phone is plastic and seems pretty durable. When you drop it, it doesn't fall apart, so that's always a plus. As a whole, it doesn't feel cheap, feels quite nice and solid. On the back of the phone, you'll see there's a 2 megapixel camera with an LED flash. On the side of the phone, we've got a blue volume button. On the left-hand side is a micro USB port, and at the top you'll find a 3.5mm jack for the earphones. So on the front, the phone has an optical trackpad in the center, 2 buttons for menu navigation, and then the all-important call answer and call decline buttons. The buttons next to the trackpad, though, take a little bit of getting used to, especially since they aren't marked. Since the phone comes with Opera Mini for web browsing, the only thing, while it loads pages quite quickly, an annoying thing is that the optical trackpad, it gets a little mouse icon sort of on the screen, which you then have to try and navigate the page with. And to move it around the page, it actually takes quite a lot of effort and quite a lot of time. We compared the browsing through the Twitter feed on the Vodafone 555 Blue compared to a BlackBerry Curve, which also has an optical trackpad, and you can see the difference in speed as we browse through the different tweets.
It's too small. Way too small.
But you feel it's quite responsive?
It's responsive.
I like the little scroll button. That's a lot like my BlackBerry.
On the home screen, you'll see there's a Facebook status update bar right at the top and a customizable menu bar along the bottom, so you can choose which items you want to have easy access to. In terms of the Facebook interface, it offers you 2 options. Basically, the first one is it's just your news feed, and you can easily scroll through that. But then to access your profile, you actually need to use another menu tab, and in there you can then see your information, your wall, your notifications, your groups, your likes and interests. The 2 megapixel camera is quite easy to access. It's got a dedicated button on the front of the phone. It's fine for still photos, but we've noticed in reviews around the office that the video footage is a little bit shaky. The phone comes loaded with some utility apps such as News, Weather and Palringo. For those of you that don't know, Palringo is another chat service. So we've got a full QWERTY keyboard with 4 rows of numbers. The buttons are quite nice, although they aren't angled like one becomes used to on a BlackBerry. It has a dedicated Facebook button as well as a dedicated camera button. The Facebook button, when pressed, takes you straight into your news feed. A problem for me when I'm browsing Facebook, I'm used to having sort of the fully rendered experience where as soon as you can see someone's update, you can immediately go to their wall if you want to go and creep them, which is a little bit more difficult on this phone since it's a light version of Facebook. But it's enough for someone who doesn't have regular access to it and who just wants to stay updated on what their friends are doing. Something that stumped quite a few users of the phone was how exactly to take the back off.
Let's see. Let's try and figure out how to get this phone off.
All in all, after playing around with it for a while, it's not a bad feature phone. It definitely meets the standards of the target market that it's trying to aim at. But I would imagine that as the price of BlackBerries and other smartphones come down, this phone might have a bit of trouble securing a place for itself in the market. As an overall rating for myself, as a confirmed BlackBerry user, I would give this phone maybe 3 out of 5.
Yeah, so, I mean, the fact that it hasn't got a data cable, I suppose, means that it's not really going to link up to computers. It's kind of like a one-stop smartphone that's not actually that smart.
Maybe it's this. Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Slide it.
It doesn't slide off.
That's not the easiest.